The purpose for this course is to give you insight in the things that I have learned over the years in photography in general, but also related to aerial photography, but also related to stock photography. So I will go through all these different points here. Let me just see how many slides we have. We have 29 slides, so it's going to be a nice presentation. And so yeah, so I'm going to start. I'm going to share my screen. 1 second. Let me just go here. Entire screen. Here we go. 1 second. I'm just going to share. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen appearing now. You can see it, right?
Yep.
Great. Okay. So the Academy tips and tricks. So we're going to jump in straight. Oops. We're going to jump in straight away. And we're going to talk about architecture and correcting angles of buildings when you're shooting photography. So I just want to talk about the principles. So whether it's your DSLR, your phone, or your drone, you have your camera and you have your lens, and as you tilt your camera or lens, you will get distortion within what you're shooting. So here you've got, so the more, let's say, perpendicular you are to the ground, the less distortion you'll get. And so if you're 90 degree angle, you'll get really straight lines. So this is also really useful when you're doing interior photography, like I was doing for 6 years for Airbnb. These are all the tricks that I learned. So when you're flying with your drone, a lot of the times you're going to find yourself higher than buildings, depending on how high the buildings are. And most of the times you will have to lower and tilt your gimbal to basically frame it. There are possibilities of actually putting your drone down to the same height as your building, and then you can have your gimbal perpendicular to the ground, and that means you'll have the straight angles. But this is in the case that you cannot. So this is one example that that I'm giving. So this is a wide angle. I'm kind of a little bit further away from this church and the steeple, and I'm also higher than the buildings. So then I have to tilt my drone down. So this is what it looks like, the original tilt, and this is what it would look like once you've corrected it in Lightroom. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So when you open up Lightroom, you have the transform tab, and you scroll down to it. And as you take the scroller, you're going to get these bars here, which are going to be guides for you to make sure that it's actually straight. So then you can slide these until you get a good perspective and a good angle. So I could quickly just show you here what it looked like. So previously, hold on here. Second. Okay, 1 second. Oh, there you go. Here it is. So this is what it looked like. And then if you put your cursor over here, you got these lines that appear. And then I just dragged it, as I showed you, to 33. So it can be whatever. You just have to play around with it. So that's the first trick, and this is very, very helpful. And let's say if you're not a trained eye, and you just see a photo like this, it might just pass and you might like, okay, it's just another photo. But when you do correct the angles, then it looks very clean and a lot more professional.